All right, no cussing.
I gotta turn on a couple more things.
Goes me. All right. We'll call to order. Welcome, everybody. It's 7:30. It's nice to see all the support Mr. Nelson has in the room. And please stand for a pledge of the flag. Short vote. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lord, we ask that you guide our decisions to best benefit the residents of Osnaburg Township. We ask that you keep the township residents safe as they go about what they do on a daily basis. And we ask that you keep our fire and road crews safe as they go out on their job duties. Amen.
Amen. All right. Anybody have anything to add to the agenda?
I'd like to add an executive session at the end of the meeting tonight, please. We will not take action.
All right.
Thank you.
I have nothing.
I have, under fire, I'll have one approval needed, and under zoning, update on zoning book information.
I'll have something to add in their new business from the Sucos.
All right.
You have to be quiet, it's fine.
With that, we'll move to the approval of trustee meeting minutes for 10/12/2021.
Trustee Griffith recommends approval of the minutes from 10/12/2021.
Trustee Varian, second.
All of those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? With that, we'll move on to the approval of the treasurer's report from 10/25/2021.
Trustee Varian moves to approve the report as presented.
Trustee Griffith seconds.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, with that we'll move to public speaks, and I have none. I have all observers, so then we'll move into the fire report. Rich?
Good evening. The only thing that we have on the agenda is promotion for Dale Nelson to captain. We'll have Dale come up. I have one stand right here.
In front of the microphone.
If you want to have somebody come up, if you don't hold the Bible.
Why don't you stand here? You stand here, and I'll stand over here on film.
There you go. Smile.
So you place your right hand on the Bible and then repeat after me. I, Dale Nelson,
I, Dale Nelson,
do hereby declare
do hereby declare
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the members I serve with,
and the members I serve with.
as the captain of Osnaburg Township Fire Department.
As a captain of Osnaburg Township Fire Department,
My fundamental duty is to serve the people I serve to protect.
my fundamental duty
Is to serve people I
to
serve.
swear to serve the people I protect,
To safeguard and preserve life,
to safeguard and preserve life,
health,
health,
and property against fire,
property against fire
and other emergencies,
and other emergencies,
and to maintain proficiency
and to maintain proficiency
in the fire
in
service.
the fire service.
I recognize the badge of my office
I recognize the badge of my office
as a symbol of the fire service
as a symbol of the fire service
and public faith and trust,
and public faith and trust,
and I accept so long as I am
and I accept so long as I am
true to the ethics
true to the ethics
of the fire service
of the fire service,
and make these promises freely
make these promises freely
and upon my honor.
and upon my honor.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So while he's signing that, I'd just like to say congratulations to Dale. He's been with the department for 7 years now, and the entire time, he's shown a lot of initiative. He's taken a lot on himself over these last 7 years. He went through a lot of trainings, and I do believe that the department is going to be in good hands moving forward with Dale as the captain. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for everybody for coming.
Thank you.
Good to see support.
So you're all welcome to stay, but you don't have to. You don't want to.
Yeah,
It's really
it's
fun.
pretty cool. That was the most exciting thing that happened right there, the whole meeting.
So along with the promotion, 2 weeks ago, we didn't get the approval for the monthly stipend. We did the pay increase, but not the monthly stipend, so I'm looking for approval tonight of the $225 monthly stipend.
For Dale.
Yeah, for Dale.
Gotcha. Trustee Varian moves to stipend Dale Nelson, now in captain position. What was it, $225 monthly?
Yes.
$225 monthly.
Trustee Griffith seconds that.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
That's going to start with resolution 21-250.
21,250.
And then the only other issue, or the only other thing I have is you see the call volume. Is that from our last meeting? From the last meeting.
Okay,
31 total.
so we had 8 froms,
Yes.
which is better than the last time we met. That's way better than the last time we met. Yo, oh, she's fine. That's way better than last time we met. Okay.
That in public speaks.
All right. And then twos. Okay.
Clyde, you got a resolution for the Warren Fire Department? Is that? for
Yeah, I
summer?
need the approval for the $770 for Warren fire equipment. Chief let us know that, but we didn't have the exact dollar amount that happened. It was $770 for Warren fire equipment.
The trustee Pure moves to pay $770 for Warren Fire Equipment.
Trustee Varian second.
All those in favor, aye. Opposed?
The one I had to add on for it's then and now PO. That was for squad, the E241 shoreline compressor. I got that, received that bill. You all had approved some original repairs and stuff. We thought we had that, but it ended up ultimately we had to go get that compressor and those things replaced. That total amount, and I need it in a then and now, is $1,206.66.
Is that air compressor on the engine?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. 1,206.66. Okay. Trustee Varian moves to approve a then and now. I'm sorry, who was the vendor?
Yeah, then and now under, I'm sorry, I didn't write it down. It's fire safety.
Fire safety.
Or no, R&B.
R&B, sorry. Trustee Varian moves to approve a then and now to pay R&B $1,206.66 to repair the compressor on our fire engine.
Trustee Griffith seconds.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you, that's all I have.
All right.
I want to take a second and personally thank the fire department. You guys transported one of my family members this round, so thank you. Service was great, middle of the night, so thank you very much. I asked my family member, I said, who transported you? He was like, I wasn't paying attention to that. And I was like, well, I need to know. So I have here in front of me, and this is something we knew was coming, but we just have it here officially in print. Our chief, Mr. Rick Shear, is moving on, and I have a resignation letter here in front of me. I need this piece of paper so that I can begin, or we can begin the process of putting out there for another chief. So thanks for turning this in, but I will read it. To trustees Varian, Piro, and Griffith, I'm submitting my letter of resignation effective December 31st, 2021. I would like to thank each of you for the opportunity to serve the Osborne Township Fire Department. Furthermore, I am grateful for the opportunity to lead the department as the fire chief for the past 5 years. I intend to assist with the transition period during the next 2 months so that the coming changes in leadership is as seamless as possible. Sincerely, Rick Shear. So, thank you.
So I think we have to
Make a
take a
motion.
motion to accept that.
Trustee Varian moves to accept the resignation of Chief Rick Shear, effective December 31st, 2021.
Trustee Griffith seconds.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
All right. Moving on, we have two resignation letters in front of us. And I'm going to read this. It's a bit lengthy, but I feel it needs to be read just to kind of shed some light here. This letter comes from Jordan Ott. This letter is to inform you of my intentions of resignation from the position of Lieutenant Firefighter EMT of Osborne Township Fire Department, effective November 1st, 2021. This letter comes to you with devastation and frustration. 3 weeks ago, the chief informed me that he had mandated on employees to work a minimum of 24 hours per pay period beginning November 1st, 2021. Being a full-time mom, it is not possible for me to commit to that number of hours to the department at this time. Between Ryan working a full-time job in our fire department and other part-time jobs, I generally do not have childcare that would be necessary. Before this change, I was able to complete tasks during my scheduled shifts and also come in on my off time to do things I needed to, which worked well as I was able to bring my daughter with me. I am also able to attend trainings. All tasks that I'm assigned are completed in a timely manner, despite not being able to work as much as I could. My long-term plan was to begin working more when my daughter was a bit older. As she is only 2 years old right now, this is quite a demanding time of parenthood, and without question, she comes first. To say that I am devastated would be an understatement. Aside from Amy, Ryan, and I, we have been members of the fire department longer than anyone else, 11 years. And there are only, we're the only members that live in the township. I envision myself working in our fire department and serving the community for the rest of my life. Thank you for the opportunity to work at the fire department for the last 11 years. I truly pour my heart into it, and I know that a piece of my heart will forever remain. So that is a resignation letter from Jordan Ott. This letter comes to us, it came to us last meeting, and we spent some time, and two of the trustees communicated with Jordan and kind of chatted with her. Obviously, we're sad to see a firefighter leave us, especially someone that's been with us a long time. But after communicating on what might be possible, to give you a little bit of a back story, we are currently not filling shifts at an alarming rate. Our schedule, if I counted right, our schedule for this month has 37 open shifts, if I counted right. And I could have counted wrong, so don't quote me on that, but that's what I counted when I saw it. So the concept of trying to get some more hours from some of our folks is what we're working toward. And so working with Jordan in her current schedule, she just, with the child at home, she just couldn't bring any more hours to the table. And so we didn't want to just accept this right out of the gate. So we did spend a little bit of time with Jordan in that kind of transition time the last 2 weeks. And then on the heels of that, this is from Ryan. This letter informs you of my intention to resign from the position of Captain Firefighter Paramedic of Osborne Township Fire Department, effective November 1st. My letter echoes Lieutenant Ott's, and that I am unable to commit enough paid hours to the department as a newly required. So we have those two resignation letters in front of us. Trustee Varian moves to accept the resignation letter of Jordan Ott, effective November 1st.
Trustee Griffith seconds that.
All those in favor, aye.
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 Opposed?
Trustee Varian moves to accept the resignation letter of Ryan Ott effective November 1st.
Trustee Griffith seconds that.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
And I will add regretfully for both of those.
Yes, very much so. They will be missed. I think that's all I have for fire. I have a personnel conversation during executive, I don't mean in the fire realm, but we'll get to that when we get to it.
All right. Do you have nothing else?
Nope, that's all I have.
All right, we'll move to the cemetery report.
Okay, quick update, we got the sign installed over at Wildwood. Thanks to Stu and Brian.
Great.
Good. And in addition, I think that takes care of Wildwood. The grass is growing, it looks good over there. I sold 2 lots this week at Mapleton Cemetery and have a open closing fee to turn in, totals $1,900. Here's that, and then I need some signatures for the deed deeds for the lots that I sold.
For the record, we received 1,350 for a lot and an open and closing at Mapleton from the Seacrest family. And from the Miller family, we received for a lot purchase $550.
Mary, make sure you're watching these.
Can I get a witness?
Let's pass them all back. Inspector Brocker or witness those and pass them back over then.
Unless you have any further questions regarding cemetery, that's all I have.
Just a comment, the cemetery looks great up on the hill, the Wildwood. So, good job there.
That came a long way from where it was to what it is now.
You know, next year, the maintenance is gonna be so much better for.
Yeah.
Easier and.
Easier to manage.
What date is the ceremony for the wreaths?
December 18th.
December 18th? Okay, I was thinking it was closer to.
The trustees, we never had a formal, like someone formally asked, because I know sometimes if there's money or funds needed for Ryan or some help with the road department, things, traffic control, some things like that. A porta-john, some things like that we did last year. I don't know, I don't have any prices right in front of me, but that's something to be considered if we want to do that again that way.
Are they planning on coming to me, or you haven't heard anything, or?
Kay Upel had, I'm sorry, Kay Upel had contacted me already and asked. She didn't come to the meeting though, that she did contact me.
Yeah, same with me. I've had a few conversations with Kay. You know, we're trying to plan something very similar last year.
Yeah.
She asked us for what?
If they could do the wreaths
Oh.
again for the cemetery. And last year we had said, we were looking forward to this year. So I just said, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify.
But just
Yeah,
like
they did ask.
Porta Johns, we had Stu and Ryan were over there, preparing. We had a lot of traffic control, that these guys did, and they were over there for hours, I don't have a dollar amount right in front of me to do, but we should approve some, like a Porta John if that worked out. We don't know what the weather will be on that day.
Yeah, did they use that last time? So the
Yeah.
Historical Society didn't ask for any of those things.
That
We
was
just-
something you as trustees
We just
did.
did it on our own. And I believe they're going to other cemeteries this year. Isn't that correct, Ryan? They're taking some wreaths to other places.
They want to include
The major ones, yeah.
Okay.
So, but are they are gonna have a ceremony just at Mapleton?
That's my understanding.
So if that's, I guess I'll make a motion that we allow Brian to get a porta-john for over there and then some hours for the road crew to help with the traffic, because there was traffic issues.
Yeah.
Well,
And I will be
It was
unavailable,
pretty cold last year. It was,
because that's on a Saturday.
It is a Saturday.
It's
Yeah.
always the
18th.
Saturday.
18th is a Saturday. Yeah.
Hopefully Friday, I have a new me.
So
I'm trying to remember, the Porta John was in the $150 range for the weekend. I know for labor and stuff, you could, Stu and Ryan know what they spent over there, and I know they didn't turn any time in for that, but they, we did take away from them. I think they enjoyed what they were doing, but it was a lot of time involved with it.
I will say my motion should not exceed $500.
Trustee Varian second.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
I think we're fine as far as, remaining mowings, but if it would happen to be, kind of an extended season and we need an extra mowing to get that cemetery looking nice for that day.
You're okay. You're okay,
Yeah.
Ron.
What about the gravel? I think last time didn't we?
It's in really good shape, yeah.
Is it?
Okay.
Okay,
I did all the cemeteries this year.
okay.
All right.
Awesome.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.
Road report.
Alrighty, good evening, everybody. The trustees have looked over the road report for October 25th. Is there any questions you'd like to ask?
Any news from AEP on picking up all those branches?
No, and I've had a couple other people come in and ask about that, and they said they were gonna try to call too to find out why they haven't been coming back.
Usually. they have
I
a
tried.
chipper.
What's that?
Usually they have a chipper that follow. It's,
Well, like I told
They
you,
did
when I
have
got
that, yeah.
contacted and I
Yeah.
got to talk to the guy, the whole crew was over towards Faircrest, over by Canton South, and said that they would be back over this way. I tried to make a phone call the other day, couldn't get through to anybody. It's not always easy to get a hold of them.
oh yeah.
So I'm gonna have to, I will call tomorrow morning again for sure and see if I can get someone nailed down.
Would it help if the trustees, one of them helped you out on that, put some heat on them?
I tried to call the one time, couldn't get through, but you got another, if
You,
you have a different number, maybe I can try.
you have to, if you call the AEP number, ask for hazardous conditions. It'll go through a certain series. They're telling you to tell them what's going on, like if it's a down tree or something. Instead, you just say hazardous conditions and they will put you.
Got it. You gonna call?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll try to myself, just,
There's no local guy.
nope, we can't do it. And I've tried to ask for a specific
A
number
phone
that
number
we
of a
could
local
call.
guy, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
Same thing with the sheriff, anybody else. Still
Okay.
gotta go through the whole
Got it.
answering service to get through.
All right. You need approval to release the Melway's final payment. Trustee Crew makes a motion to release the final $13,600 to Melway for the project on Stuckey and Sindel and Sam Crable.
Trustee Varian second.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
I'll add, I did drive down Sindel and it was good. Sindel came out nice.
It all came
They all
out
came
nice.
out really nice.
Yep.
It's a long project. Thanks, you guys.
I've been hearing
Spent a lot of time on it.
few feedbacks from people about Stuckey and saying how nice they thought it looked.
Good.
Looked
That's
really
the best
nice.
it's ever been.
Yep.
It's nice to get nice phone calls, isn't it?
Yeah, they'll get those.
That's all I got. You got anything else?
I had a question on, out here, I see that we've excavated out for that cement pad.
Yep, but the weather has not been cooperating. and
Is that what we're
It's too wet
waiting
right
on?
now.
That's what we're waiting on? is-
Yep.
He was hoping to do it Saturday.
He was hoping to do it Saturday, but none of the asphalt plants were open to do it.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll be open on Saturday.
So they are sometimes, but now we're winding down to the end of the fall. He's probably gonna have to try to do it during a weekday, but I mean, look at our weather and it's way too wet out there right now to try to do that spot.
Okay, and can we get an update on the salt bin?
Nothing's gonna happen until regional planning meets on the 8th.
Okay, so it's at regional planning now?
It's at regional planning and they have everything that they said everything was good.
Okay, will you be attending that meeting, Cliff, on the 8th?
So the Tuesday night meeting?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
Eighth is
gonna-
Monday. I
because if
thought.
they have questions,
Well,
then you can
it's
be
not.
the
They,
answer.
It's
they
the
won't,
ninth, I thought.
they won't ask questions, but I'll be there.
Tuesday the ninth.
Every question, everyone I've been to, they don't ask the crowd. But I'll be there.
All right. Zoning,
Since we last met, had one variance hearing set up. That's for November 1st over on Argyle. Want to do the lot split and build a new house potentially. Nuisances, I haven't been able to check this week, but I haven't seen any change very much. I did drive by the one on Broadway last week and it looked a lot better. Any cars that were in that side lot were now up towards the house and out of view for the most part.
Mary, can you check with your BZA on attendance on that November 1st? Because originally you had one and then that one got canceled. And I don't know that all of the members realize that they think it's canceled. You need to make sure you have a quorum that's coming.
I emailed them the other day and they all agreed.
Okay, because I think one isn't coming, I know.
When is regional planning?
Um,
We meet on the 8th.
I know your November, make sure I got this right, your November 1st
Mhm.
hearing. I don't have it on our website yet, but it is to the newspaper.
Okay.
And it'll be advertised, actually, this coming weekend, this Friday.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I know I will have paperwork coming in for another variance hearing that should be set for December. At least one hearing then.
Is that the original one from November 1st or is it a different one?
No, it's a different one.
We're getting a lot of these BZA hearings. Hmm. Go ahead.
We need to set the fee for short-term rentals. We added it to the fee schedule, but we didn't set it because we weren't sure at the time. I propose 175, all the surrounding areas. The only one I saw that had a fee was Canton South, Township, and that was 150 plus 10 cents per square foot.
Okay.
And so used to have a lot of square footage fees. We got rid of them off our schedule and just went to a straight flat fee.
That makes sense.
And so 175 seems to be our standard fee for most things. So if you're in agreement with that, I'll make a motion that the fee 175 go in for short-term rental applications.
Short term,
Yes.
And that's not a one-time fee, that's that's an annual fee, correct?
They're paying the fee for the BZA hearing and the application.
Okay.
There's an annual inspection fee that's in our regular already,
And
which is,
we've already
It's
given that,
already-
we've already given that a dollar amount.
yes,
Okay.
it's their annual.
It's the inspection fee.
Yes.
Okay, great.
So that's my motion.
Trustee Varian seconds.
all those in favor, aye. Opposed.
zoning inspector Brocker, will you have that fee updated that you can get it to me so I can get it posted online?
I can get that to you probably tomorrow.
And then can you also send us all new, or have maybe next meeting, the new fee schedule so we can have it on there?
Mhm.
Can you give us an update on the Hunter property, on the releasing of the roadway through the property?
I talked to the engineer department He's gonna make a plot for it, draw up, he's gonna send it to me, and then I'll send it out. Once he has that done, he says the trustees need to make a resolution. From there, it goes to the commissioner's office. And they have he was thinking 30 to 45 days to make a judgment on it.
All right.
So from him to you, from you to us, from us to commissioners? Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Thank you.
So we will add our commission met on the 18th. And my laptop was unhooked from the internet, I think, because I hooked up to the TV and we zoomed in with the consultant, Aaron Sorrell, on the layered zoning. Yeah, you want to go about the meeting?
So they talked to the consultant, they asked questions and he answered them, so they were getting a good idea of what they can do. So now they're kind of seeing that you can have both kind of zoning, so you can have the residential and business kind of interlaid throughout different parts. And it does not have to go by square footage back or distance back. You can kind of do parcel or both, kind of mix it up how you need. And they're looking to do it on Route 172 first. And once they get to Route 30, it can be different as needed.
So it'll be a separate section added to the zoning book on layered zoning, and then it'll be chapters or whatever. One would be 172, one would be 30, whatever the state routes we do it on.
And then you were saying it could change, 30 could change, 30 could be different.
Each one, they'll each be standalone for that section.
Got it.
It will be
Okay.
different.
You can adjust it.
Yeah,
Right.
and so right now the consultant's going to upload get our strategic comprehensive plan to see that vision out there, what we had for those areas, and then our zoning book and pull all that together. And then we meet here again.
We meet on the 15th, November 15th, the next commission meeting.
Both trustee Griffith and zoning inspector Brocker, do you look for this to happen, that it'll be in the zoning book before the end of the year? Because that was part of what I wanted to bring up.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
this is a
All right.
longer process, and it'll go to a hearing,
Okay.
and then it'll go to regional planning.
The reason why I'm just going to kind of intervene, what zoning inspector Brocker's been helping me with, we updated the book, the zoning book, with all the amendments. She spent some time, got that done, so that's posted on our website at the present time. When I went out to record those updates to some of those amendments, and I may have told you this, our book, the folder, is about that thick out there on the zoning, and our zoning book's only about that thick. And all of these amendments were stacked up. And since 1990 something or 2002 or something was the last time the book was ever updated, I asked them, how often should you update? He said, most townships do it every 10 years. It's $50.
Yeah.
So I asked zoning inspector Brocker to update the screen so I could put it to the recorder's office, so it'd all be in line with all the amendments that we have. And at the end of that, there's a place where there's a final approval for you trustees to sign in the updated, amended with all the amendments on it. So now if someone would go to the recorder's office, they could just ask for that book instead of getting that little book and all those pages.
All right. And now they do it digitally, right?
Yes.
Now it's a flash
Yeah.
drive for an email.
Yes, and that's what she helped me with this, and I want to say I spent a lot of time on it, but I want to get that to you, the recorder version, because at the end, I'm going to have a prepared sheet to have you formally approve it, so that I can take it to the recorder's office. But there again, if we go after the next year and we do some of these other ones, then that'll be just 1 or 2 pages of amendments. But I couldn't believe how many pages were there, that if someone went on that recorder and said, hey, I need Osborne Township zoning book, they got all that stuff.
And they look in the book and they think they have the right stuff, and there's amendments not.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's what I was working on, but I want to commend zoning inspector Brocker for helping me get to this point where we're ready
To
to do that. So I'm going to be shooting that to you in email. Please read it over. It'll have all the amendments in it, all the pages. So
I do also want to add that once we get this layered zoning in place, then we might want to go back and print a few copies of the zoning book then, so that we have it. I don't think we want to print it because we know we have more going in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like I say, right now, if you go on our website, you can get the zoning book updated with all the amendments on it right now, presently.
So we don't intend on getting to this project to go to regional planning till after the first of the year, Brian, to answer that first question. And so it'll probably be spring before we get through this whole process with the Route 172.
All right.
That's all I have.
Is that all you have, Mary?
That's all I have.
All right, old business, fiscal officer Lowry will give us an update on the trash service.
Yeah, trustees, and I know Trustee Griffith, you weren't here at the last meeting, but I was approached by Kimball about, 3 years ago when we negotiated a contract. We chose Republic at that time to do our trash service, both here at the fire station and here at the Township garage and office. And through these years, everything with Republic from the billing cycles and things have been a nightmare with them. So when Kimball called, I asked the trustees at the last meeting to give a resolution if they would give me permission to negotiate with Kimball and Republic, which they did. And I did, and I signed this up, I got it going, but we're gonna leave Republic Services, which quoted it. Keep in mind, we're paying $72.75, and when you talk to them about leaving, the price magically went down to $55.
Yeah.
But presently, they offered us $56.41, but Kimball, they offered us $48 plus the fee, which will be a few dollars cheaper than them. But I went with a 3-year contract with only a 7% increase. Republic had a 14% increase. They also had a $100 charge for an extra dump. Kimball only charges $40 for an extra dump. We run into that with the cemeteries in the spring. Up at the fire station, we have a container up there. Right now, we're presently at $34 a month. They said that would probably be about the same with Republic. Kimball came in at $25 plus fee, which will be under $30 a month. But Kimball, I went ahead and signed in with a 3-year on both of them, so we shouldn't have to do this, and I'll keep an eye on where we're at. It'll be the first time I'm dealing with Kimball over Republic.
Right.
Since I've been a fiscal officer, it's always been Republic, but it's always like I've been chasing a lot of stuff around. So that's my update. Effective December 1st, you should get a new trash can at the fire station. Republic, I don't know when they'll pick it up. If something would happen, they pick it up early. Give me a call because the lady said she'd bring it right out. The same thing will happen here at the Township Hall. Sometime on or after December 31st, they'll come and get that 4-yarder we have, but Kimball will be prepared to bring us a new one before that time. Okay. Any questions?
Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome. All right. New business. So that resolution accepting the amounts and rates, that's what we already did.
Yeah,
Right.
trustees, this is the time of the year where the Budget Commission of Stark County gives us the amounts and what's called the green sheet that I work off of to prepare all the funds that are coming in. What I did is I take their version, which is all long paper and a bunch of lines on it that we only fill out a few things. Ours are still on long paper, but I went ahead and wrote the whole resolution up with their letterhead all the way they want it. All I need for you trustees do is make a resolution accepting it. Keep in mind, I don't do this. They do it, give it to us.
Just
But this-
accept that packet as presented.
Yes, and that's what I need because I sign a resolution, I fire it back to the county, then they document you approved that. And everything's in line with the numbers, but I have them there if you want to look at it. It's on Schedule A and Schedule B is where the revenues are, which match our millage and everything that we'll receive. And you can just accept the resolution. You don't have to
You
go
don't have
through
to,
that
you don't
unless
have
you want
to
to.
promote the actual numbers. Yeah, okay.
Trustee Puro moves to accept the resolution presented by Alan Harold, Stark County Auditor.
Trustee Varian, second.
Roll call vote.
Griffith,
Yes.
Piero,
Yes.
Varian.
Yes.
And then I'll fill in, you don't have to sign anything. I sign it as fiscal officer. I just assign that resolution. And then that's what I work off, what's called the green sheet, to prepare the first of the year, the temporary appropriations. And then hopefully that don't really change too much, because usually it doesn't. But if we have another project in there, it might. Or additional money that we receive for the American Rescue money, we'll get another shot of money after the first year.
Right.
So the budget numbers, those are what's called the inside millage, the outside millage, and the normal millages is what's on that. The regular budget has all the other numbers that come in. That's stuff that I get at the first of the year.
All right. Okay, we had a work session tonight on the Succo's property, which Mrs. Succo's has set up a trust, which is her will of the property becoming a park. And Osborne Township has basically had the first right to refuse it or accept it. So I'm making a motion to vote to proceed to look into this further.
Yeah, Trustee Griffith will second that motion to do further research on accepting that property.
Let's do a roll call on that.
Griffith,
Yes.
Varian,
Yes.
Piero.
Yes. Me and Stu went to the Township Association meeting last Thursday. They had a pretty good program there with dogs that, they don't call them cadaver dogs anymore, that you live dogs for
Search and
searching
rescue.
search and rescue, that's what I was thinking of.
Whether it's, deceased or not.
If we have any
Trained.
issues, it's totally free.
Totally free.
You can call them in. There's a district in Northeast Ohio, and they'll be here within pretty fast, it sounded like. Kind of nice to know we have it.
Yeah, it's a nice service.
They did some training, little short training.
Nobody got bit.
Have you ever worked with any of that, Rick?
Yeah, I actually know one of the people that's part of that. But we did have a missing persons call here last year. And so we'd be able to use that as part if that were to happen again.
Pretty impressive.
Wasn't that older gentleman that
Yeah.
wandered off? Yeah.
While we were there, I signed up for the September Township Association meeting of next year. It's gonna be at our place.
Okay.
We will need, if you guys can come up with any ideas for people I can call for donations as businesses in our township. I just don't want to miss anything, but we'll be looking for some stuff for catering and
Okay.
things.
Where do you have that
On the farm.
at? Outside?
Yeah, my mom and dad used to have them. Up 3 of mine.
September's a good time.
Yeah.
It might be for presentation. By then, we might be able to present some on the Succo's property park.
Yeah, that'll give some time, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be able to give a couple updates. Hopefully, we have some layered zoning in place too.
Yeah.
Because that can be replicated then throughout the county. And they were in the rural townships.
I have one thing to add that I missed in the fire, if you don't mind. I don't mean to mess up your notes here, Mr. Lowry. As far as posting the chief position, do we need to make a motion to post that? I'm not aware of the rules there.
You can do any motion. The motion to accept his resignation was there.
We did
but
that. Do we have to make a
you-
motion to actually post the position or no?
You can make it formal, because depending on how you want to go about this, you
Yeah.
might, right now a standard ad's $24 in the paper, on the
Okay.
website. If you want to do additional in the repository, anything like that, that could
Okay.
add into a few $100s in.
Okay.
So you can do a resolution to do something like that.
I think we need to check that job description too before we stick out what we had out before.
Okay, well,
It's
let's,
been a while. How long has it been, Rick?
5 years. 5 years.
It seems longer than that.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. All right, well, I'm not gonna put any monetary money on it now, but I just wanna, we'll wait and I'll work toward that position description. And we only have 2 months.
Next,
Yeah,
So we
it'll take a
really
while.
have to move,
The
you guys.
the minutes for what you did tonight won't really be posted until 2 weeks from now. So
Okay.
the public, other than the people who are here or that have been watching it, would
Right.
know that. But if you want something before that time,
Okay.
I can gladly post something on our website, to get the process going. But as far as how deep you want to advertise it,
Yeah.
we have about $400, $467 in advertising right now available. But,
Okay.
you know,
I would like to make a motion to get going on this because even if we adjust the position, I'd like to let people know that it's available.
Trustee Puro, second. All those in favor, aye? Opposed?
Okay.
You're up.
Trustee Barron would like to move to executive session. This refers to the appointment, employment, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, or the investigation of charges or complaints against a public employee, official, licensee, or regulated individual.
Trustee Griffith will second that motion.
roll call, Griffith,
Yes.
Piro,
Yes,
Varian.
Yes.
who are you?
Could we-
possibly
I'm going to put the
bringing in?
time as
Well,
8:15 and who is present.
Could we have the four of us present? Are you guys both on call? Are you guys okay to stay for a few minutes?
Yeah.
I'd like the four of us to meet, but I'd like to keep you guys hanging for a minute. If you
And
don't
then,
care.
You got,
are you taking any action?
We're not taking action.
So then we can officially make a motion to pay bills.
Yes, do that, and then I can shut all this stuff down. We won't have to
Yeah.
bring it back out.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills.
Trustee Puro, second. All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed?
Give me a few moments to shut everything off.
And then there'll be no action after executive session.
Sounds good.
You two can go. There's no something you said.
Okay, thank you. Want to jump in her off? I'm excited about the secret stuff. I think that was a good meeting. There's way less restriction than I expected. I thought he was gonna come in and say, oh, there's only so much you can do, you know?
No, I was